Hey guys, how's it going? Spinosaurus the King here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Trailer 2 and the confirmed release date for this cartoon series, so let's get started. So the release date got pushed from August 2020 to September 18th, 2020, which I totally understand. I personally rather wait to see a better quality TV cartoon series rather than rush the series and make it not entertaining. Now let's go ahead and talk about what we saw in the trailer. So the trailer starts off with the kids arriving at Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, and we see them drive through, and they're all excited when they drive through the gates of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. And then soon after we see them zip-lining and they see a Brachiosaurus staring at them, which is really cool. That's something we haven't seen before. But then soon after, we get all these different carnivores attacking them, which is really exciting, because the quality of how good these 3D dinosaurs they're using in this 3D animation cartoon series looks really nice. And we see the Indominus-Rex appears, it roars, it chases after them, and it chases after them in the car, and also how they run. And we all know, this series takes place on the other side of the island. I personally think it takes place on both sides just because of what else we saw in this trailer. Then once we see the Indominus-Rex, right after, we see the Carnotaurus chase them, breaking through a tree to chase them, and we also see the Carnotaurus chase them in some building, possibly even the Innovation Center, with a red light, and it's dark. It makes it look really badass and scary. That was probably my favorite moment in this trailer. And then we see the Maserati Pteranodon clones attack them as well. And then shortly after, we see the Sinoceratops attacking the gyrosphere. That scene was crazy. Maybe there's some sort of fight that's going to happen there with Sinoceratops. Possibly even a rematch with Sinoceratops and Carnotaurus, or Sinoceratops fights something else. We don't know for sure. But it was crazy. And then we also see the Ankylosaurus in the gyrosphere scene, which was pretty scary because Ankylosaurus' tails are very deadly. And then shortly after, we see the Mosasaurus. It jumps out of the water to attack the kids that are on some sort of platform or helicopter, and we see it. We see the Mosasaurus's back out of the water, swimming nearby the kids, while the kids are trying to paddle away in the raft, which is really terrifying because that Mosasaurus is just so deadly due to it being almost double the size of the real life one. And then we see one of the kids fall into the Raptor squad pack, and the Raptors are about to eat them, which is just the Raptors are about to eat that one guy, which is really terrifying. Now the real question is, I wonder who's going to save that guy, possibly Owen Grady, because we all know this probably takes place during the events of Jurassic World. So I'm guessing Owen Grady is going to save that guy from his Raptor pack. And then we see one scene of Rexy breaking through the Camp Cretaceous gate and roaring, which was kind of iconic. So honestly, this cartoon series looks really amazing. I just hope the plot's going to be it's going to make sense and be really cool. But the biggest question all of us have is, will this be canon in the Jurassic franchise? That's not officially confirmed yet, but in my opinion, I think it probably will be canon in the Jurassic World franchise, as this series takes place on Isla Nublar, on both sides of the island, and we never really saw much of the other island until Fallen Kingdom. But don't forget, we didn't see much because only about 10 minutes took place on Isla Nublar in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But it was kind of strange because a while back, before Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out, I was told that half the movie was supposed to take place on Isla Nublar and the other half was supposed to take place on California mainland. But hey, that didn't happen. That was probably just some sort of rumor. But since this takes place on the other side of the island, we're going to hopefully see species so far we're seeing Carnotaurus, Sinoceratops, but I'm hoping we also see species like Baryonyx, Suchomimus, Allosaurus, the Pachyrhinosaurus, Stygimoloch, Dilophosaurus, and Dimorphodon, and many more like that. Just species that haven't been in the franchise yet. But as we see, the Indominus-Rex will make it to the other side of the island after it breaks out of its paddock, as shown in the 1-minute teaser trailer. And don't forget, in Jurassic World, there were actually a few, 3 scenes where we didn't see the Indominus-Rex after it broke out. So perhaps after it broke out, it ran all the way to the other side of the island, seeing those kids that were camping at the other side of the island, called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, and that would make this franchise make sense and be a good prequel to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, as we know, the only confirmed dinosaurs in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous 3D cartoon series is the ones we actually saw in the trailers, which was the Velociraptor pack, Rexy, the Carnotaurus, the Sinoceratops, the Ankylosaurus, Mosasaurus, and what else was there? I think that's it so far, but I'm sure we're definitely going to see more in this. Like, I'm sure we're almost guaranteed to see more species that weren't shown in the trailer. I hope. I really hope we get to see dinosaurs like, such as, like I said, Suchomimus, Baryonyx, Dilophosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, Herrerasaurus, Deinonychus, Dimorphodon, Styracosaurus, and just all those other species that were confirmed to have lived on Isla Nublar due to the Dinosaur Protection Group confirming this back in 2018. Now, for another big question that we all have is that how many seasons will Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous have, and what islands and what else is this series going to take place? From what we know so far is that it only takes place on Isla Nublar, and it took them roughly around 2 years to make this, because we got this confirmed back in January of 2018. The first trailer came out in I think it was June of 2019, I think. Yeah, no, I'm saying this wrong. We got the trailer for 2019 of June, and we got the confirmation of Camp Cretaceous in January 2019, I'm pretty sure. I could be, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. But like I said, since it took them almost 2 years to make this series, I'm assuming we're probably going to get at least 3 seasons, I would hope. Maybe even more. We don't know for sure, but I'm guessing we're going to get at least 3 seasons with like 10 to 20 episodes per season, and every episode will probably be roughly around, I'm guessing, 10 to 30 minutes long per episode. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing they'll be probably minimum 10 minutes and then maximum 30 minutes, so roughly within that range per episode. But let's say one of the seasons takes place on Isla Sorna, or possibly even Isla Myrta, which is the Site C. Does this mean that we're going to see the Jurassic Park 3 and Ceratosaurus again? Like, who knows? Maybe we might even see a new Spinosaurus on Isla Nublar. I kind of highly doubt it, but at the same time, we do know on the Dinosaur Protection Group there was a Spinosaurus that lived on Isla Nublar. Was it the Jurassic Park 3 one? We don't know for sure since it hasn't been confirmed. I'd hope it's not, because that would mean the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus is dead. But who knows? What if we actually see a new Spinosaurus in this season, and it's the one that lived on Isla Nublar, and then they show it getting killed off, because we do know it killed off. But here's my worry, is that they would make the Indominus-Rex kill off that new Spino and then show it as extinct. I really hope that's not the case. If it does, if we do have to show it getting killed off, I would rather see it killed off by the Mosasaurus, just to make it more accurate. Like, I'm going to say, I personally believe Ingen Spinosaurus would beat the Indominus-Rex if it was a fully grown one based off 2008. But I know for a fact the reconstruction Spinosaurus would lose to pretty much any large carnivore, but I don't want to get into any kind of fight here. That's just my opinion. Please don't hate me on that. But anyways, like I said, we don't know for sure. We just know this is going to take place on Isla Nublar. And I'm hoping we can see some epic dinosaur battles in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous as well. For example, Carnotaurus versus Baryonyx, Dilophosaurus versus one of the Velociraptors, Suchomimus versus Allosaurus, and also Triceratops versus Rexy are just some examples of fights that we fans would die to see. And if we get a brand new species that are not on Ingen's list that appear in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, it's going to make all of us very, very excited as well. But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on what we can expect to see in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank my YouTube team, Patrik, Cauan, my 2D animator, David Church, my director, BK Go Crazy, my Spino buddy, GEM as James Ever Macdonald, my YouTube reactor, Zane Chiller, my first friend in the Jurassic Park community on Instagram, and Ellis, my drawer, Spinosaurus Boy, my comedian, and Animal World, my best real-life friend. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you can all consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again, and also turn on the notification bell so you're alerted for my next video. Leave a like, share with all your friends and family, post a comment, and rate, and do the exact same for my YouTube team. And have a nice day, everyone.